Okay, so as you get started on your presentation, the first thing is we need to collect some images because this is a visual presentation. So I'm going to show you actually 3 different things in this video. I'm going to show you how to save a picture, how to give credit or cite the picture, and then I'm going to show you how to edit the picture if you need to make any changes. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to open a new tab, and I'm just going to use my Google search bar up here. You can use whatever search engine you want, whether that's Bing or Google or Yahoo or whatever you want to use. That's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and use Google. So if you need to, you can go to google.com or bing.com. And I'm going to search for the picture that would go with my Extreme Sky Flyer story. And I'm going to put in Extreme Sky Flyer, and I believe they spell it with an X instead of an EX. And I want the one from Kings Island because that's the one that I rode, so I want it to be the one that I actually rode on. So I'm going to type in a capital AND, which tells my Google search engine to search for any images that include Extreme Sky Flyer and the words Kings Island. So I'm just going to hit enter. I want images, so I'm going to click on the images, and I found one here earlier. Let me move this over. I found one earlier that I liked that is right here. So I'm going to click on that. Now, this one is a very small picture. If you look over here, the size is 160 by 120. That's basically saying pixels, 160 dots wide by 120 dots tall. That's a tiny picture. So that's not a very good quality picture. So I don't want that one anyway. I'm actually going to go to the website. And if you see right here, I can click on that. And then look, I have this nice, big, enormous picture. So I'm going to save this one. I'm going to right click, choose Save Image As. Oops. And then I'm going to go to my H drive, which is the one that has your username on it. And I'm going to make a new folder. I need to put all of this information together in the same folder because this is all for the same project. So I'm going to call it PowerPoint, and I already have a folder. You can just call yours PowerPoint. And of course, let me retry that. I'm going to call mine, rename, PPT. There you go. That stands for PowerPoint, by the way. Open that up. And then the name is image 2755, which means nothing to me. So I'm going to call this Sky Flyer, so I know what it is, and then hit save. And then it'll save that picture for you. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to give credit for to the website where this came from. So the way you're going to do that is actually in Word 2010. So I'm going to go, I have a Word document already open, so you'll need to open up a fresh Word document. And I mentioned last week that this is a tab that you may use on occasion, but not very often. Well, this is the one time in this class where you're actually going to use it. You want to go to the References tab and click on that one. And in there, there's a section, a group called Citations and Bibliography. And it's like a bibliography page, but anytime you use an image that's not your own, you have to give credit to whoever took that picture. That's because of copyright laws. So even though it's a school project, you still have to do it. So you need to make sure under Style, it says MLA 6th edition. MLA is just the format that it's going to, the way it's going to format it with all your information. Each type is different. There's APA and MLA, and there's others. MLA is the format that Loveland uses. And then click on Bibliography and go to Works Cited, because this is going to be a Works Cited page. And you can see mine already showed up. I'm going to delete that. And we'll start from scratch. Okay, so then once the bibliography, you got Works Cited, and I just did that again. Whoops. We're going to go to Insert Citation and say Add New Source. And then this little window right here is going to pop up. And this basically tells you what information you need. Now, if you click this little down arrow by type of source, if you were going to cite a book, you would click on that and it would ask you for different information. But pretty much everything you're going to do in here is from a website, even though it's a picture. So we want to fill in this information right here. So let's go back up to the website and take a look. And we want author, name of web page, year, month, and day, year accessed. So before we go, some of this we already know. We already know to year accessed, month accessed, and day accessed, that's just whatever today's date is. So it is 2011. It is January. And today's date that I'm doing this is the 29th. So I'm going to fill in those because those are easy ones. And then I'm going to go back to my website and get a little bit more information. Now, the name of this website is Kings Island Central Photo Gallery. That's just this particular page. Kings Island Central is the name of the website, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in for the name of the website. Just call it Kings Island Central. And then I need the URL address. That's an easy one to get also. So I'm going to click back. The URL address is basically the web address, the link that will get you there. So I'm going to highlight this. You can either right click on this and choose copy, or there's a keyboard shortcut which is hold down the control key and then hit C. Control C is copy. And then let's go back and we fill in the URL. You can right click and choose paste, or you can hold down the control key and hit the V like victory, and it will paste. Control V means to paste. Okay, next, let's go back. I need an author. And if you look down here in the bottom corner of the picture, there's the guy's name who took the picture. So I'm going to put him in as the author. And his name was Ryan Sir. And then the last thing is year, month, and day. Now this year, month, and day are the year, month, and day that either this was posted or when this website was last updated. Typically that'll be somewhere at the bottom of the page or the top. And in this particular situation, I just skim through and I don't see anything like that. And you can see there's nothing at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to leave that blank because I don't know that information. So I just leave that as is. Oops, let me go back. Okay, so that's all the information I could find. So that means I'm done with this citation. I hit OK, and it's going to pop up right there. And I click on Update Citations and Bibliography, and it will post all of my information in the correct format right there. This one is actually the correct format. This one I made a mistake on somewhere. So yours will only be in there one time. Okay, so that's what it should look like. That's my cleaned up version after I had done this 2 different times. So that's what it should look like. And at this point, you need to make sure you save it. So let's go to File, and let's do Save As. And then I need to go to my H drive where I saved my PowerPoint folder. Mine I called PPT for PowerPoint, so I need to find that. Go ahead and open it. And then I'm going to save this. Works Cited is a perfectly good name because that's what it is. So let's just save it. And then after each time you update with a new citation, I would save at that point. So every time you need to add a citation, you just click Insert Citation, and you'll add it on to the next line. You might want to move your cursor down to the next line, then do Insert Citation. All right, now one more thing. Let's go back. No, we need to go, I want to go get that picture I just saved, and I want to make some changes to it because this, it just looks crummy. I mean, it's nice that, you know, that guy wanted to make sure he got credit, and that's fine, but for my presentation, I don't want a picture with a bunch of writing on it, so I want something a little bit more cleaned up. So you can either click on the Start button or click on the Folders button at the bottom, and that'll take you to all of your different folders. I'm going to go to my H drive. Your H drive and my Z drive are the same thing. It's just different because I'm a teacher. And then PowerPoint. Go to my folder. Open it up. Okay, now you can see I have 2 things in here because I just saved 2 things. My Works Cited, which is a Word document, and then my Skyflyer, which is a JPEG image. JPEG is just a type of image file. So I want to change this, so I'm going to right-click on it. Let's try that again. Right-click on it. That's the options I want. And I'm going to go down to Open With. And then you're going to choose Microsoft Office 2010. Now this is editing software, so you can make some pretty simple edits to a picture. All you have to do is go up and click Edit Pictures, and you'll get this new toolbar off to the side, or navigation pane I should call it. I want to cut this out, so I'm going to use the crop button, hit crop, and then I'm just going to take this up until that his name is gone. Then I hit OK, and then you can see that's not in the picture anymore. And actually, if you want to, you could clean it up a little bit more. I might take out a little bit of this sky because there's a whole lot of it, and then click OK, and that'll just make my picture a little bit clearer. And you can kind of play around with some of the different changes here. Once you do that, though, you need to save your new version. So I need to go to File, click Save As, and it should take you to the folder you were already in. And I'm just going to call this Skyflyer Final. That way I know it's my good version, and I won't replace the original just in case I mess up somewhere. I've got the original, so I could just make a quick edit to that and then save it. So I'll just have two copies, the good version and the not so good version of this picture. Hit Save. And then when you close out of this, it's going to tell you that changes have not been saved. You do not want to save it because that's going to replace the original picture with your changed one, and you already saved that. So just click Don't Save. And now you have your final version, which is the one that I cropped, and then I have the original version, which is the one that I didn't do anything to. So now you can use whichever one looks better for your project. And there you go. That was a whole lot of information, but that's what you're going to need to do for all your pictures all the way through the process. So make sure you try to find really good pictures as best you can to fit your needs, and you can use personal pictures if you'd like. That's totally up to you. So good luck, happy PowerPointing, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.